can't believe the sound the rock made when it hit his head. This was one of the end of one of my grandpa's funny stories of when he was growing up. I have always admired my grandpa, and he has always been a big part of my life. The reason for this is that grandparents are some people who we look forward to seeing, mostly because they sugar us up, but also because they are the people we hold close and look up to in our life. I'm going to be telling you about a couple of the many aspects that make my grandpa so great. The first is his love and relationship to his family. The second is his passion for gardening and cooking. So now let me tell you a little bit about him. The first aspect about my grandpa is his relationship and love to his whole family, and how obvious it is to me. It extends far beyond just his closest family members. He's always shown to me his great relationship and love to his wife and children. My grandpa has always been completely respectful to my grandma, but also good-naturedly jokes around. He's always getting the doors for her or asking what she needs. His love for his children is also obvious to me, and the closeness of their relationship and the bond that they share is clear to me. I am constantly aware of how he checks in on my mom just to see how she is. Now to his grandchildren, myself included, he's always willing to play a game of bocce ball or let us beat him in a game of pool. But he's also showing us some random cool things, like the time he sent me a picture of the biggest fish he caught and said if I can catch one bigger, he'd give me 20 bucks. My Gramps, as we sometimes call him, has always shown his love for his family, but not just to his closest relatives, but also to his extended family. For instance, at every big family reunion, I always see him talking to the newest relative or catching up with the relatives he hasn't seen in a few years. The second aspect of my grandpa is his determination and assiduous passion for cooking and his gardening. He has always been so adventurous and experimental with his salsas. Seemingly every time we go to my grandparents', Gramps invariably has us try his latest recipe of salsas and asks us what we think or what it needs. Furthermore, his famous burgers are something that we always look forward to when we go to his house. I have also seen his passion for gardening grow over the years. The countless times that I have visited and stayed at my grandparents', I have always found my grandpa down in his workshop, and I'm able to see the many plants that he has down there growing over the winter. His workshop is basically overflowing with many varieties of plants. Now, his garden during the summer is somewhat small, but it produces an enormous variety of vegetables that we enjoy whenever we visit. Now, I have listed just a few of the many, many characteristics that make my grandpa so amazing to me. I have showed you why I have valued and admired him these many years. Now, I can say that my grandpa is the best in the world, which in my opinion is true. Because what I think is that for each and every person, their grandpa or grandma can be the best grandparent in the world just for them and make it special for every single person. Thank you.
I like your conclusion.
It's
good.
I like that you're confident in everything that you said.
Good word choice, like insidious fashion.